Hello, everyone, and welcome to the newest and most exciting project of the year. Today, Nike is a household name, and it can be seen everywhere across many products, from clothing and footwear to sporting equipment to accessories like backpacks and water bottles. Nike's goal is to provide athletes at any level with all the necessary equipment they need to be the best they can be. Nike today will step into a new world to help elevate their athletes to that next level. We will help fuel the unstoppable, introducing the newest and best sports hydration drink to hit the market, the Nike Charge. The Nike Charge will be a sports hydration drink that will contain no sugar, provide a great taste, and our athletes with all the needed electrolytes and micronutrients to ensure that they are ready to compete at their best. Due to the scale of this project, financing will be very important. Nike has many revenue streams that help it to be the successful company it is today. We are currently the world leader in market share of both sports apparel and footwear. We generated approximately $51.4 billion revenue in 2024. 68% of this revenue can be attributed to footwear sales. The Nike footwear sector will be the main sector of revenue that will contribute to each of the needed phases of the Nike Charge project. We are continuously innovating in the technology that we have here today to help our athletes and casual Nike wearers that enjoy wearing the swoosh. Alongside these new innovations, we have continued to push our classic silhouettes. Shoes like the Nike Cortez, Nike Air Force One, and Nike Dunk High are still seen in mainstream fashion and streetwear worlds. These shoes have been proven classics and sold across many decades. We will utilize the capital from sale of these classics to ensure current production and any additional costs are covered, and further revenue can be put toward the Nike Charge venture. By utilizing the capital produced by the largest sector, we are ensuring enough resources to bring this product from an idea to reality. Our product will cost approximately $8.99 for a six-pack, creating a profit margin of approximately 40% per package after covering needed costs. In the hydration drink world, our profit margin will be quite competitive in comparison to the other competitors in the market. In this situation, utilizing the Nike brand, we will be the bully in the sandbox. Our goal will be to take market share away from the smaller leaders in the industry like Powerade and Body Armor to build our space in this specific sector. Once we have built our platform, we will begin to compete with the leader in the industry, Gatorade. Our goal will be to capture a market share of 3 to 4% each year. After surpassing the smaller brands, we will begin our efforts to take over Gatorade's spot as the leader in the sports hydration world.
The global sports drink market is valued at $33.2 billion and is projected to grow at a steady 4.5% CAGR and is projected to surpass $43 billion by 2030. In the US, Gatorade controls around 70% of the market, followed by Powerade and Body Armor, but there's a clear evolution underway. Today's consumers are prioritizing performance, clean ingredients, and real functionality over traditional sugary drinks. Top trends show that athletes and everyday fitness users are demanding low sugar, natural, and science-based hydration options. There's also strong momentum on platforms like TikTok and Instagram, where influencer-driven launches dominate. But there's growing skepticism around hype-only products. This opens the door for Nike to enter the space with something more sustainable and trusted. From a SWOT perspective, Nike's strength includes its unmatched brand credibility, global athlete network, and innovation infrastructure. Our weakness is that we're entering a new product category that has already been well established and a bit saturated. On the opportunity side, the market is clearly shifting towards health-conscious, performance-driven hydration. There's growing demand for products with clean ingredients, low sugar, and functional benefits, especially among younger, fitness-focused consumers. There's also untapped potential in emerging global markets where interest in fitness and wellness is rapidly expanding. Brands that can connect hydration with broader lifestyle goals are positioned to win big. The biggest threat includes players like PepsiCo and Coca-Cola, who have been distributing and have strong brand loyalty. There's also the risk of market saturation. On top of that, regulatory concerns around health claims, labeling, and data collection can create barriers, especially as consumers become more cautious about what they're putting into their bodies and how this data is used. But overall, the market is not just ready for disruption, it's waiting for a holistic, athlete-first solution, and Nike is uniquely positioned to deliver exactly that.
We're going against market leaders such as Gatorade and Powerade, and niche brands such as BioSteel. BioSteel have loyal customer base because they're appealing to very specific consumer values. All these market leaders are very well established and have years, if not decades, of experience and knowledge behind them. They have loyal customer base and have a very strong retail presence, meaning they have very good connections and relationship with a lot of vendors around the world. Our solution to this. As Nike, we already are a well-established brand around the world. We have deep connection with our athletes and our consumers, and we would use this to our advantage and give this product the full Nike experience. We would use athlete endorsements and bundle this product with a lot of our gears, not only for our athletes, but also our consumers. We would use clean ingredients and tailor different formulas for different segmentations, for high intensity workout, for hydration, and for endurance. Combining innovation and using our deep connection to our consumer values, we believe that we can carve out a position for us in this field against all these competitive leaders.
At Nike, our corporate strategy centers on being the complete partners for athletes. Entering the sport drink markets align perfectly with this strategy. So this initiative represents an evolution and not a revolution of our corporate direction. We are expanding our definition from athletic equipment provider to complete athletic performance company. This isn't changing who we are, it's just extending how we serve athletes. So from a structural perspective, we'll create a streamlined Nike Performance Nutrition division within our existing corporate framework. So this preserves our integrated model where innovations flow between divisions. So our size, which is approximately $51 billion in revenue, allows us to make this investment without compromising our core categories. We are simply allocating resources towards a high growth opportunity that fits our expertise. So this move enhances our corporate competitive advantage through integration. While competitors can only optimize individual products, our approach allows us to create performance systems that work together. Our corporate strategy remains unchanged at its core. We are just expanding our scope to fulfill our mission more completely. And by addressing what athletes put in their bodies alongside what they put on them, we are strengthening our positions as the athlete's ultimate performance partner.
For our social strategy, we're using a hybrid approach that combines traditional media with modern digital platforms. On the digital side, we'll focus heavily on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts to engage Gen Z and millennial consumers with high-impact, short-form content. We'll partner with both mainstream athletes and micro-influencers to build authentic narratives around performance and hydration, along with sponsoring major athletic events like track meets, sport games, and things like marathons, Ironmans, and High Rocks events. At the same time, we'll continue Nike's legacy in classic channels like billboards, in-store displays, and sponsored events to maintain broad visibility. But what truly sets our strategy apart is how we integrate the drink into the Nike app. Users can sync their smartwatch and track hydration in real time, receive personalized recommendations, and tie their drinking habits directly to their workouts, allowing us to tap into our pre-existing fan base and gain a competitive advantage on the bigger, more well-established brands in the market. To keep everything cohesive, the campaign follows Nike's signature bold, minimalist design using the classic Nike fonts, a black and colorful Volt palette, and performance-driven messaging. Whether you see it in a training app or on a shelf or in a TikTok ad, it all feels undeniably Nike. Consistent, sharp, and athlete first. Yes, corruption in the sports industry, such as doping scandals, unethical sponsorship deals, or dishonest athlete behavior, can pose a significant reputational risk, especially when tied to athlete endorsements or promotional partnerships. If not addressed properly, it could undermine consumer trust in the Nike Charge product and broader Nike brand. Nike will proactively mitigate the risk by implementing strict ethical guidelines for all partnerships, ensuring all endorsing athletes are thoroughly vetted for integrity and transparency. Additionally, Nike will monitor reputational risks through a dedicated brand protection team and have crisis response protocols in place to quickly respond to any issues. By aligning with athletes who promote wellness, clean performance, and positive values, Nike reinforces a brand image built on trust, excellence, and authenticity.
Regarding corporate partnerships, it would be very smart to partner with a company like Coca-Cola to leverage their already existing distribution channels for their wide variety of drinks, as this would likely be one of the most difficult obstacles to overcome when releasing a new sports drink. Additionally, it would be beneficial to partner with a brand that is dedicated to health and fitness, such as Fitbit. This would help secure brand positioning to show that it is a healthy drink that is meant for aiding performance and replenishing nutrients within sports. It would also be essential to partner with the sports league, as after all, this is a sports drink. Prime Hydration's contract with the UFC ends at the end of 2025, which would be a great opportunity to take advantage of. If that is not possible, the NHL has had some issues with sports drink partnerships in the past, with BioSteel going bankrupt. If Nike can show that there won't be any of those issues, that is a real possibility when their contract is up with Body Armor. This would give Nike the ability to have Nike Charge promoted during the Stanley Cup Finals, which continues to be one of the fastest growing sporting events in one of the fastest growing sports in North America, getting the best value for a promotional deal.
When it comes to launching a new product under the Nike brand, it only makes sense to bring in someone who is Nike, LeBron James. He's not just a basketball legend, he's a global icon, a leader, and the definition of elite athletic performance. From the very beginning of his career, LeBron has been tied to Nike, and he even signed a lifetime endorsement deal. That level of commitment shows us how he's aligned with the brand's values of excellence, innovation, and pushing limits. Now, as Nike launches its first sport drink, we see a natural opportunity to connect that product to LeBron's story. At 39 years old, he's still dominating in the NBA in his 20th season. He's maintained elite performance throughout with intense training, recovery, and a deep understanding of how to fuel his body right. So we position the drink as what fuels the king. It's not just about hydration, it's about recovery, longevity, and the science behind staying at the top of your game year after year. The campaign could show LeBron in different phases: training, game time, post-game recovery, with the drink as a constant. Maybe even some old footage of young LeBron compared to now, showing how his discipline and what he puts in his body has kept him going. And the message is clear. This isn't just for the pros. Whether you're on the court, in the gym, or just trying to get through a long day, if it works for LeBron, it can work for you.
In conclusion, we here at Nike strive to provide athletes with what they need to perform at their very best. Exhausting the gains provided to athletes using Nike equipment, we believe that performance can be continued to be improved in how athletes fuel for training and competition. Leveraging the assets we possess here at Nike, such as an existing customer base and professional athlete relationships, we can launch Nike Charge onto a customer base that we have a strong rapport with, which ensures the ability to compete with other companies with a strong customer base in the sports drink market. Nike Charge aims to bring athletes a complete package built by Nike for them that helps achieve their vision of athletic success. Thank you for your time. Now grab Nike Charge and fuel your unstoppable